Yo, Kingdom, community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe.
Boom, yes. Yep, you see it. It's hot outside. It's hot outside. It's about to rain. And guess who told me? The Weatherman. Yes, we have Dennis the Menace.
That's right.
In the building. We have the Menace Brown, man. Chief Weatherman. Chief Weatherman. For what news station?
WIS News 10.
Don't it sound good when you say that?
I get in my TV voice?
You hear it so often, right? But hey, before we get started on this gentleman, let's pay two bills first. The first one is, if you happen to be watching this podcast, you're blessed. Why? Because God woke you up this morning, all right? So tell him thank you. Amen. Thank you for one more day of greatness, all right? Because he could have took you home last night, but he didn't, all right? The second bill we gotta pay is, you hear the music playing in the background. So that means you know where we at. We're at the Groove.
Yeah, yes sir.
The Groove, smoothie and juice bar. Yeah.
Love this, man.
See?
I love this
right?
place. Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what it is. You know what it is. Now, we are back. No, he's not being held hostage. Yes, he came on his own. He came on his own, man. I got Dennis the Menace in the building, man. Dennis the Menace in the building. I'm so thankful, man. Thank you, man, for coming.
Good. It's good to be here, man. Appreciate you.
Man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's give this man a huge round of applause, man.
Look, man.
Just for coming.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Now, before we get started, before we get started, I have a small beef with you.
Okay.
Just a
Go
small
ahead.
beef with you. Right?
Go ahead. What you got?
Listen, man, some of y'all might see it, you know what I'm saying? But if you follow this guy on social media, okay, the guy loves wearing these doggone Georgia Bulldog hats, right? Just totally disrespecting my Gamecocks.
It's a little love.
Nah, man. Totally disrespecting my Gamecocks.
No.
And he's in Columbia.
It's a tough
South
life.
Carolina. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's so disrespectful. Okay? But guess what? On the Community Vibes podcast.
That's right.
We like to change the narrative, okay? Because we're so thankful.
Yeah.
For all that you do.
Thank you, man.
For us.
Thank you.
So we have a gift for you. Yeah, we got a gift for you.
What you got, man?
Got a gift for you, brother. Got a gift for you.
I feel like it's a game. Wait.
We got a gift for this dude.
Wait.
Man.
Am I gonna catch on fire if I put this on?
On behalf of the Community Vibe Podcast Nation, we're tired of this guy.
We're tired.
Yeah,
you see I got on red today.
You see what I'm saying? Disrespectful. Those ugly Georgia Bulldog hats. Okay? You're in Columbia, South Carolina.
I am.
For those Gamecocks.
But you know what?
So
I
we'll gift
appreciate
you
that.
with this. Okay?
Thank you, man. You know what? I'm gonna wear this. I would say I would wear it proudly. But I would wear this.
You should have worn it last year when we spanked that butt.
You know what? I didn't even want to leave my apartment that day. I didn't want to go to work.
I know.
I didn't. For the whole week it was rough.
You shouldn't.
Right
have.
after the game.
You shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it next year. Well, if we have a season,
right? If we have a season,
the pandemic. All right, now let's get to this gentleman. But I had to handle that first.
I appreciate that, man.
Because that was deep in my heart.
Thanks for that perspective.
But this man here is the chief. Yes, the chief weatherman. Okay, and he's young. Okay, that's rare these days. That speaks of his intelligence. But that also speaks of his hard work.
Thank
okay?
You, Thank
so
you.
We are so thankful to actually have you, man.
I appreciate that.
Now, the guy is not from Columbia, South Carolina.
No.
Of course, because he's from Georgia. What part of Georgia?
A place called Locust Grove, Georgia. It's about 3.5 hours west of here in South Metro Atlanta.
Metro Atlanta, man. Shout out to the A, man. Shout out to the A.
You know,
to the A, man. You guys can't drive up there, too. Yeah, I said it.
So you can't drive up there?
No, they can't. Nah, nobody can drive in Atlanta.
Traffic is terrible in Atlanta.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's too
like
many
every
people
day.
there.
Every day, even on weekends. It's terrible.
For nothing.
Yeah.
Like, no wreck or nothing. It's just too many people driving. Okay. Okay. So let me get off my soapbox. Now, you're from Georgia.
Uh-huh.
And then you went to
the University of Georgia. In Athens, yes.
In Athens.
Yep. A lot of people don't like to hear that.
Now, what degree did you get there?
I got a journalism degree in broadcast news.
Okay.
And while I was there, I enjoyed news, but I really decided, it was the summer before I graduated, that weather was for me. When I had an internship. I had an internship in Atlanta.
Okay.
And that internship saved my life.
What intrigued you about weather?
Man, I think I got that knack for it when I was a kid, like maybe 5, 6 years old. I think my dad probably kind of instilled a lot of that in me, because whenever we had thunderstorms in Georgia, he would go outside the house to see them, when my mom would say, "Get inside.
Right.
You know, what are you doing outside?"
Like me.
Hey, you want to be outside looking at it?
Yeah.
My dad would be outside checking things out. I always had that interest, man.
Right.
And when my brother and my cousin, when we used to all stay at my grandmother's house in the summer, you know how it is, like summer thunderstorms, boom, lightning, everything.
Right.
Grandma says, "Go sit down." So we used to go sit
God
down.
is talking.
God is talking.
God is talking.
That's right. Go sit down. And she used to say that.
Yeah.
So we would literally sit on the couch. I would be in the middle. My brother would be on the right. My cousin Stacy would be on the left. And we would be in front of this big window. Probably the worst place to be during a thunderstorm, but
The worst place to be.
And I used to love it. They used to hate it.
Yeah.
And so I got that probably when I was like 5, 6 years old, interest in weather, but I didn't realize I wanted to do it until my internship in Atlanta before I was supposed to graduate.
Wow.
And I had come too far at that point because I was about to graduate with that journalism degree. So I was like, I got to
kind of like take some sneak, did you have to like take some, more courses?
Yeah. I took some weather courses when I was at Georgia, but then I decided, let me go to grad school and see what I can do here to actually get that meteorology degree.
So you left Georgia with a degrry.
With a degree.
And you went to Mississippi State. How was that process like for you?
It was different.
SEC.
I stayed at SEC. I stayed a Bulldog.
Okay.
Wow. How about that?
You hear that? Stayed a Bulldog.
But I never thought I would live in the state of Mississippi. I had passed through Mississippi, going to Louisiana, things of that nature, but never thought I'd live in Mississippi. And I had a great experience there.
You did?
I really did. I was there for 2 years, got my master's degree in geosciences, broadcast meteorology, and it was a whole different beast for me.
Right.
Knowing that I was going from journalism to science, but also I was one of the very few Black students in that program.
Exactly.
And so it was just a different thing.
No.
It was different for me. At Georgia, there were a few more Black students in the journalism program, and we had an ABJ local chapter there, so I was heavily involved with that.
Right.
But at Mississippi State in the weather program, I think a lot of folks can see on television around the country that there aren't. How you doing? Sorry, this
guy's famous.
I know.
Man.
You know what?
It's so famous, man.
But people see around the country on television all the time. There are Black meteorologists out there, but you can go from city to city and not see some Black meteorologists out there. So that's how it was in the program. I was very blessed that I had 2 Black meteorologists who were a year ahead of me, and I followed in their footsteps. They helped pave the way for me, I believe.
Right. So how's that mentorship from them?
Yeah, it's incredible.
Okay.
To know that they had already been through at least 1 year of the program.
Mentoring is key, by the way.
But you bring up a very good point, because mentoring is one of those important things that I always tell students every time I speak to a student or go to schools and that sort of thing. Mentorship. That mentor and internships. But that mentor is everything. They can help guide you. They can help support you when you know that everything else around you is going crazy. They can help align something for you, but also kind of give you that push that you might need in order to keep going. Because really in any field, it can be tough out there for a young student or a young person to be going through things. But sometimes you need that extra push to help you out through your journey.
That's excellent. So he left Mississippi State, right? Along this journey, he ended up in Norfolk, Virginia. Right?
Before that, though, I was in North Carolina.
A Carolina boy?
Yeah.
What
I
part?
was in Eastern North Carolina, a place called New Bern.
New Bern, North Carolina.
It was near Greenville, North Carolina. It's between Greenville and Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Gotta pay your dues.
Oh,
gotta pay your dues.
I had never heard of New Bern.
Yeah, you gotta pay your dues. Man.
I had never heard of New Bern.
You gotta pay your dues.
Yeah.
So let's say some real quick nuggets, right?
Okay.
A little quick advice to somebody who may be starting out, who may have to travel to that, let's say that smaller rural, rural town to get that experience.
Yeah.
What would your advice be?
I think you have to enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey. Right.
And understand that you won't be there long. Who knows? You might enjoy it there and maybe be there for the rest of your life. But I think there are steps in your process.
Oh, listen to this dude.
Right.
Oh, listen to this dude. But hopefully you get out of there.
Hopefully you will, you know. But like, it's all a part of the, you know, it's all a part of the book of your life. You know, you have to go through different chapters, different steps in your life, and sometimes those small towns can be the great first step in trying to pivot you to that bigger city, and to that bigger job, that bigger level. So at some point, I had to just enjoy the journey. The town of New Bern, I enjoyed living over there.
Did you ever get frustrated?
All the time. All the time. I got it all the time. Because I mean, you're living in a small town. You're away from family. You don't know anybody there, and that can be tough for anybody trying to get out of school and get their first job. You don't know anybody. You don't have any friends. You know, nothing like that.
So what kept you motivated?
Gosh, I think being able to, you know what? I started putting up pictures of my family and friends in my apartment.
Wow.
Because
like a collage or something?
Yeah, like a collage. I had different frames and stuff up because that helped me. And my cousin was one of the first ones who told me, because he played baseball and used to travel around, and he used to ask family to send him Kool-Aid. Like the mix.
Kool-Aid packs.
Yeah, Kool-Aid packs. In order so that he could like feel
shout out
something
to
like
Kool-Aid
close
too,
to, shout out to Kool-Aid.
Please, shout
but
out.
That helped him feel like home at times.
Right.
So pictures for me helped me kind of get through that process. Like, all right. I know I got that support there. That's my support network, and I had to see those pictures every day. So I had to remind myself, I still got that support, even though sometimes I didn't feel as if that I was going to make it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how. And plus, you know, I surrounded myself with some good people in the community.
Right.
And good people at my stations, and so that helped me along the way way through that.
Yeah.
But
you're a good person though.
Hey man, I appreciate it, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, we wouldn't be friends if we weren't.
You heard it here
people.
first. You heard it here first.
Breaking
Despite
news.
what you have believed, despite him wearing that Georgia Bulldog,
right.
huh? Despite
that on.
Despite him wearing
but
red,
I got this hat now.
Got this hat. You see what I'm saying? He's a good.
I'm gonna
dude.
work out in it.
He's a. You see how this disrespectful, man. The Weatherman is disrespectful. I said it here first, live. Dennis the Menace is disrespectful. Now, you finally got to Norfolk.
You finally got to Norfolk after 4.5 years in North Carolina.
Now, how long were you there?
I was in Norfolk for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
5 years,
And
man. You was pretty much a local.
I loved it. Yeah, I mean, I got into the community, man. I got into the community. You know, I became a Kappa there. You guys see that face?
Pause for the cause, y'all. We're gonna take our hat off and moment of silence for this dude.
Don't do these, man. Don't do that. There was all sorts of stuff. Like, you know, I was involved, became an officer with the local National Association of Black Journalists chapter there, the Hampton Roosevelt Media Professionals, and president.
Dope.
You know, there's a bunch of stuff that I got involved in, and it felt like home. And I still go back there now. But yeah,
Norfolk and Hampton is right there.
Yeah, Hampton University, Norfolk State, absolutely.
HBCUs, man, represent, man.
Oh, yeah.
Stand up.
I mean, let me tell you. I mean, and both universities were so. I mean, they were so helpful with me and other black journalists and meteorologists in that area. I mean, when we had meetings and stuff, Norfolk State was like, "Come on,
did you hear that?
We'll host you guys." And they did it all the
HBCUs.
time. Absolutely.
Yes, the HBCUs.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We support our own.
A lot of love. Absolutely.
Now, why Columbia, South Carolina?
That's a great question. That's a great question. I wanted a new experience, and Columbia offered that to me. I had never been a chief meteorologist before, and so this was an opportunity.
Huge opportunity.
It was a huge opportunity. Yeah. I stayed in touch with my current general manager. Okay. He was my general manager in North Carolina, my first job. And I don't burn bridges. No, okay, I don't burn bridges. We stayed in touch.
With that Georgia hat he made.
Don't do it to me like that. No. But you know, that's another thing I always tell people. Don't burn bridges.
Right.
Because you never know.
You never know.
When that person might come out again and might be your boss again. You never know. But we stayed in touch all the time, and he had this opportunity here in Columbia. And he said, "Hey, I want you to check it out. I really would like for you to be here." And I interviewed and that sort of thing. And I got the job, but I wanted a different challenge too, because you know how sometimes you have that fire in you that there's something more that I need to do, and that's what I had. So
you're just trying to grow.
Trying to grow. Sometimes you have to go to grow.
Right.
And it's okay to do that. Sometimes you
tweet.
go to grow. Sometimes you have to go to grow.
Go to grow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So my man dropping nuggets out here.
I'm trying my best, man. You know what I mean? But seriously, and that's what happened. I had always passed through Columbia. Never stopped in Columbia. I always passed through it, maybe driving from North Carolina to Georgia to go home. But that was it. So this area gave me an opportunity that a lot of folks who look like me have never gotten. And I say that in a sense of, you know, I'm the first black chief meteorologist for WIS in a 60-plus year history.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Okay, just in case you guys didn't hear that, because we have history sitting next to us right now. History, living history. Say that. Listen,
one more time.
Say that one more time for him, please.
I'm the first black chief meteorologist at WIS in a 60-plus year history. Now, there have been other black meteorologists there, but no black chief meteorologist, the head of the department. And from what I was told, I've been told this a couple times, though, from people who have been here forever, that there's never been a black chief meteorologist in the Midlands of South Carolina.
Listen.
And some folks have said from the state. Yeah, go ahead.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Never, ever seen it.
Yeah.
So I'm listening. I huge salute you.
Let me tell you, I mean, and I've heard some folks in the state, and I'm not sure if it's really a state, but some folks have said I'm the first black chief meteorologist in the state of South Carolina. I need to do some fact checking about that one.
Let's claim it.
But I will say,
he is.
But let me tell you, like,
yeah, I said it.
You said it.
I said it.
You know, it's one of those things where, you know, it's crazy that we're still saying that this time, but somebody has to pave the way.
Yeah.
Somebody has to do it, and I'm grateful for it, and I don't take my position lightly. I have fun. People see me on TV, and they see me out in public. I love to have fun and that sort of thing on television and whatever. But at the same time, I don't take that position and that title lightly, because I know there's
a lot of responsibility.
There's a lot of responsibility.
A lot of responsibility behind that. So, when you came to Columbia, what made you fall in love with Columbia?
I think, you know, there are a couple things. I mean, there's some good people here.
It's on, like myself.
Right. You remember when I met you? It was like
Right.
But like, there's some good people here. I've made some good friends here. I've been able to grow, you know, in my career here as well. I'm a little closer to home.
Right.
And I've had some family on my dad's side of the family, the Brown side, who they live here, and I had never lived this close to family. Yeah, staying in Northeast Richland County.
Okay.
So I had never lived this close to some of my family before in my career. So that to me was it was a no-brainer to come here.
Wow.
You know, and I'm glad that I did, because
we're so blessed to have you.
Thank you, man.
We are so blessed to have you, because you make news fun for us. Okay?
I appreciate that.
Now, yes, your boy about to ask the question, because even though he makes news fun for us, sometimes it sucks hearing the news. Because he has to give us the information that we just dread. Like when it's gonna be 1,000 degrees. Okay. So when
1,000 degrees.
You know what I mean?
For real.
So when you're doing whatever magic you have to do to find out the forecast, do you laugh saying, "Boy, they gonna hate to hear this. Like they not gonna like me when they hear this." You know
I do. You know, it's a subtle laugh. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
But when you do see a heat index of 114 degrees, you know, and you're kind of like, what's going on here? You're just kind of like, all right, well, let's put it on the forecast. I mean, the models are saying it. This guy, you know, it's forecasting.
And you're pretty accurate. You're pretty accurate.
Thank you.
I've been some places where the guys say, "Hey man, it's gonna rain," and it was sunshine the entire day.
You know, I always tell people, thank you.
Yeah.
Some days are better than others.
Of course.
Nobody's
perfect.
I try to take the credit for those good days, but like there are some
Jordan
days.
missed shots.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that though, because it's not every day. I think what happens though with my career is that it's just like Jordan's out on the platter. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So everybody makes mistakes in their career in life,
sure.
but like mine is on a platter. It's on TV at 5, 6, 7, 10, 11 every night. Sometimes at 4. You know, sometimes I gotta do the noon show. So it's out there, but you know, I try my best. But those, when we look at those computer models, sometimes it's like, oh man, here we go.
So
you know?
we know that your job has to be somewhat stressful at times.
Yeah,
at times. So me personally, you know, maybe I could be wrong, but I feel like one of your stress relievers is that you like to ride bikes.
Yeah.
Because you be all over Columbia in that bike, man. Were you always like, you know, that adventurous?
No. Well, I think about it like, no.
Holding the man and say, yeah, all my life,
No.
used to climb mountains and do all kinds of stuff.
No,
I was like,
I mean,
nah.
I'll put it to you like this. Like, I've always loved riding my bike, even when I was a kid.
Okay.
Right? So riding around the yard and stuff like that, down the street to my cousin's house, up to my grandparents' house. They still live next door. My grandma still lives next door. But I don't think I was all that adventurous. Like, I remember one time, and it's crazy that I say it right now, but when I was at school in Athens, I went with some friends, and we jumped off a cliff.
What?
We weren't supposed to be there.
For what?
It was a thrill of it. And I was like, and everybody was there. It was like, whatever.
Did I have a little motivation?
Yeah, I had a little motivation.
Okay,
with me.
little
I was
motivation.
Like,
I got you.
And one of my best friends, he was jumping off the same time. So it was like, if something happened to me,
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
But,
somebody got to live to tell the story. It's always going to be me. I promise.
You said you're not going to do it?
No. I will tell your story for you. Trust me.
But no, my stress relief, riding my bike around town. When COVID-19, got crazy and the pandemic happened, that was another way for me to get out, work out, but also get some stress relief from the day's news, from the day's weather. It's a stressful job sometimes when you're always on and people know who you are, and I love it. I'm a hugger, but right now we can't.
Whoa, my God!
How you doing? Boom!
Stay right there.
Exactly.
6 feet. Yeah.
But that's what I did. And I still ride my bike, and I work out every now and then at the gym, things of that nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we understand that we're currently going through a pandemic right now. But prior to that, well, let me say this first. When I was growing up, I just did not see. We did not have the weatherman to come talk to us at my school. Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't. So we only saw him doing the news. Okay. You're not like that. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy is in the community. That's why he's on Community Vibes, because he is a fixture in the community. He's always at so many different schools, man. Right. Just man, talking to the kids, man, helping the kids. Right. Motivating the kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much pride do you take in that?
A lot of pride, man. I, just like you, growing up, I did not have, I think if I had somebody from the TV stations in Atlanta to come to my little country town or my little country schools there, I probably would have gotten into meteorology sooner than I did. I didn't have that. I remember one time, I had to have been in kindergarten. I remember one of the stations sent a helicopter down, and there was a guy that came, but he wasn't there long. It was like boom, boom, gone. But nobody actually came into the classroom and talked to the students, talked to them about weather, things of that nature. Right. And so I take great pride in doing that, because it's not an easy thing to do, because I work in the afternoon and evenings at night. So I do a lot of that in the mornings before I even go to work. And sometimes I drive out to Sumter County. Sometimes I go down to Orangeburg. I'm all over Richland County and Lexington County.
Putting in the work too.
Oh yeah, I mean,
really
you're driving, and you're driving about an hour, 45 minutes out, and you have to come back, get ready for work. But let me tell you, there's something that I love seeing that glimmer in students' eyes when they see a person that looks like you. He or she looks like you, and you're like, wow, I can do that.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what it's all about.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would have never thought that I would see, when I was younger, a black, meteorologist at all. Like, never. So the fact that now you are the example.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many young men right now, young kids who right now, they're looking at you like, well, that's what I can be, man.
Exactly.
Like, that's a huge responsibility.
It's all about representation and being that influence, man. And again, something I don't take lightly with my position and my opportunity here in Columbia and in South Carolina. I think it's a part of my duty in order to help mentor students, in order to help shape what career path do they want to go into, things of that nature, impart some knowledge on them. There are several meteorologists who are out there who are 8 years old, and they're 9 years old, and they're in high school right now, but they've never had someone to say, or come to their classroom and say, you can do this, and what steps did you take? How did you go to school? What did you do in school in order to do this? And so that's what I do. That's one of my missions. That's one of the things I take pride in. It's really the best part of my job. Going to schools is the best part of my job, and speaking with those students and being able to talk to them and to say, you know what, I can do this.
Listen, if I was 8 years old,
Yeah.
I would want to be a meteorologist. Just because I met this guy, you know what I mean? But I see how much fun he has on TV. Now I know it's not easy at all.
Yeah.
It's not easy, you know what I'm saying? But it's worth it because this is what we get now. We have the chance and the gift and the blessing to see greatness every night on TV that looks like us.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's what
And
hard
that's
work
what it is, man. When you can see somebody
Exactly.
and that person looks like you, it puts a whole different perspective
A
on
whole
your
different
life,
perspective.
on your career,
Right.
everything.
Right.
Because you know, at that point, it's like they're paving the way for me
They're
to
paving
be
the
able
way,
to do
right.
what I enjoy
Right.
doing,
Right. Right.
or things that I want to do.
Not only that, but you're building bridges also.
Exactly. At the same time,
Yeah.
we want to build more bridges than burn bridges.
Than burn bridges.
You know, and
Not
we
trying to
also
burn
want,
no bridges.
we don't want to burn
Right,
bridges,
right, right.
but we also want to pull folks behind us
Right.
forward
Right.
with us.
Right.
And that's all. It's about paving the way forward for folks,
Yeah.
but also pulling folks up from behind us,
Right.
the young folks as
Yeah.
well, and let
Lifting
them know
their
you can
hand.
do
You
it.
see it right there. You
There it
see right
is.
there.
There it is.
You're
Lifting
lifting them up.
That's what it is.
Lifting them up.
And we have to continue lifting each other up all the time, all the time, and now more important than ever these days.
Just like we have to lift up those Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh boy, I see where we go here.
You know, I had to throw that in there.
It's all right. It's all right.
You see it. You see it. So going forward, man. Going
Yeah.
forward, what do you see yourself in about 5 years?
My dad asked me that question the other day on Father's Day.
Oh wow.
Wow, right? Yeah. You know what? Let me tell you. I want to.
Let me say this right here.
Yeah,
Because,
go ahead. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
listen, I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
But within the community, where do you see yourself? I mean, in 5 years.
Okay, within the community.
Yeah.
You know, I want to continue to use my platform in order to help bring some issues forward in a sense, to help support others in our community, in order to also influence and then, hopefully inspire.
That's what I was about to get to.
Yeah, inspiration is
I
probably the
personally
biggest
feel
one.
like you should probably, take up, teaching or something. You know what I mean? Like a meteorologist, class, a summit.
Yeah.
I mean, or something like that.
That's
Because
such a good idea.
Man, he has a ton of nuggets that these kids, listen, not everybody will play football, okay? Not
Right.
everybody will play basketball,
Right.
okay?
Right.
You're still gifted in something,
Yeah.
okay? You just have to find your niche.
That's what it is. I mean, you have to find it. I mean, I'm athletically challenged in a sense. I'm not coordinated, but let me tell you,
Honest.
when I was a kid, we had a basketball goal and
Right.
stuff. We used to do stuff with our cousins and stuff. We hit
Well,
around
your
with it.
thing.
Yeah, it was my
Your
thing.
thing,
I took some tennis lessons
Yeah.
one summer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was cool.
We all-
But like at the same, I love sports. But at the same time, we know that there are some students who will not be athletes.
Exactly.
And I always talk to students and say, always have a plan. Always have a backup plan. Go and do what you want to do, but also have that backup plan because you just never know what life is going to throw at you.
Exactly.
And so, absolutely. I mean, I want to continue to inspire. That's one of the biggest things I want to do. And who knows? Will that be just on a local level? Will that be on a national level? I don't know. I never thought I'd be living here in Columbia.
Hey.
I never thought I'd be in South Carolina. I never thought I'd be in school in
Never know.
Mississippi. So
He
there are
may
things
be
like that.
on the Today Show.
You never know.
Never know. But I'm
No.
claiming it. Okay?
Claim it, bro.
I'm claiming
That's what I'm
it
talking
right
about.
now.
But you never
yeah,
know.
Craig Melvin. I'm coming for you, brother. That's my guy.
I know, he's great.
That's my
He's
guy.
great. I love you,
My guy.
Craig. That's right.
But
That's right.
so when you, let's say when you was 15 years old.
Okay.
And you can talk to your 15-year-old self right now. What would you tell your 15-year-old self?
What would I tell my 15-year-old self? I would probably tell my 15-year-old self to be confident. I didn't have that. I mean, I had some confidence around 15, 16, 17. I think it started to build a bit more. But also to believe in yourself. Because,
Confident.
again, I didn't at the time believed that I could actually be a meteorologist.
Right.
When I was in high school, I mean, again, like I was like, oh, I like writing. I was like, maybe I'll be a reporter.
Right. But
I
when
was
did it
like, I
hit
never
for
really-
you though?
It didn't hit until I had it. I don't think it really hit until I had an internship at the ABC station in Atlanta, WSB, and I was a news intern at the time. Impeccable internship. I love it to this day. I stay in touch with people. But the grind in Atlanta, it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And Atlanta news, it's fire, murder, something else, somebody every single day.
You were trained well.
Yeah, but I had a chance to go and talk to the meteorologist in the weather department. And they told me how they got into their career, what their career path was, things of that nature, where they went to school. And at that point, I knew that I had to do it. So it took a while, but I think even at 15, I wish that I could tell myself, go for it, believe in yourself, be confident about it, because you can do it. I just didn't think that, although I could do math and science, I didn't think I could do it good enough to make a career in it. And a lot of kids are like that. They're like, I don't really like math and science, but there's some good careers in it, though.
Oh man, hey, not for me. Okay, I'll tell you. Listen, so when you was doing your internship, right? Did you see this so fast?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was never. There were maybe a couple years into my actual career, I maybe said, I want to be a chief. Then eventually I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm all right. I can do. I'll do
But
everything
we gave
else.
him the opportunity.
You're right. Really,
Yeah,
for
come
real
on,
though.
South
For
Carolina.
real though. Right there. But no, I mean, I never thought that I would be where I am in my career, in my life at this point. I would have never thought that at all. And I'm just I'm blessed. I'm just blessed, man.
God is good.
God is good, and I thank Him every day. There's some of those tough days, man. You look at the radar, you look at the models, and and you're like, that looks like that hurricane might actually form, and it's coming. Things of that nature, and a lot of people depend on you at that point. So.
Listen, this guy saved some lives out here, man.
Hey,
he has saved some lives, man. Listen,
thank you.
I'm so thankful for you, man.
Thank you,
just
man.
coming by, but we can't let this guy go without asking him the magic question. Yes, the question I ask all my guests.
Denied.
Okay, and this, so
Nope.
how you respond to this question
Okay.
will determine our friendship going forward.
Uh-oh.
Okay? It's a serious
There's
question.
some pressure here.
Serious question.
Okay.
Pressure.
Let me get ready for
Okay,
this.
you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're country boy. Low key.
Yeah, I
Low
am.
key.
Yeah.
Look. When it comes to chicken wings.
Okay.
Chicken wings.
All right.
Do you prefer the flats or drums?
Oh man, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's
I
great.
know.
As an adult now,
Yeah.
I like the flats better. However, when I was a kid, I liked the drums better.
Why the flats though?
I don't know. There's something about them to me.
Flat
I
levels
just
are weird, man.
I like, but let me tell you though. When I was little, my grandma used to fry chicken. She still does, and she caught it for us because we were little. She's like chicken that you can hold in your hand. That's what you want. Some chicken that you can hold in your hand. It's usually
Grandma,
that
I
good
love you.
chicken now.
Grandma, I love you.
Grandma, look, chicken that you can hold in your hand. Those drumettes, man, and
I'm
those
telling
things saved my life.
Tell me, see? Drums
So I've
save
been
lives.
through. So I've been through it all these
save
years.
lives, man.
But now it's probably flats, a little bit better. I don't know. It's just something about flats.
Hey,
That's all I'll say.
You know what?
But I'll eat whatever's
Special to us, so we'll still love him anyway. Okay, Drum Nation? Drum Nation, listen, no negative comments, man. Don't come for my guy. We all make mistakes. Yes, yeah, okay. Yeah, we know it started with the Georgia hat. We understand that. We understand that, okay? But listen, he's still a good dude.
Hey, I appreciate that,
All
man.
right?
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
how can people follow you?
They can follow me on Instagram at dbrowntv. They can follow me on Facebook at DemenisBrownTV. No, that's wrong. On Twitter at DemenisBrownTV. And
Not Dennis the Menace.
Not Dennis the Menace.
Right.
And then on Facebook at Demenis Brown WIS.
Okay.
Now Demenis is spelled like Dominic, so we gotta remember that. It's like Dennis the Menace, but it's spelled like Dominic, Dominic.
Okay.
So so you guys
Yeah.
can find me there, and I'll follow you back.
Hey, listen, follow this guy, man. He's doing phenomenal work, man. Not only on TV, but in his community.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Thank
He
you.
is the vibe.
Thank
okay.
you.
He is
Yes,
the vibe, man.
yes.
He is the vibe. All right.
Yeah, but no. Skirt. Like, wait, you,
Nah,
my guy.
I ain't doing nothing. I'm not
you,
doing
my guy.
anything.
You're doing everything in the
I'm
community.
not doing everything.
You're doing everything in the community.
Nah,
I told
I'm
you
not
guys,
doing nothing.
we met on like a couple of events in the
Couple of them.
community.
Yes, a
Actually, it's
couple
been
of
like about three of them, I think.
about-
Something like that.
yeah, about
maybe
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
this man right here
Hey.
is doing everything
Hey.
for our young brothers in this community, and our young sisters too, but especially our young brothers, our young kings. And so, man, I salute you.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
You
And
know,
always.
just doing what I was, just doing what was done for me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's why he's so important, because somebody will say that I saw this guy. You know what I mean? And that made me great.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's what we need. I mean, that's what we have to do. I mean, I think that's
Positive
our
influences.
mission.
Right.
Absolutely. I think that's
Right.
our mission. I mean,
Right.
We have to influence
Got
that,
to, man.
that positivity all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
You know, there's too much negativity out there, and we
But,
see it.
So, before we wrap up,
Yeah. We could talk all day.
you seem to always be so positive, man. Where do you get that from?
You know, probably, I think from my family, probably from the people I also hang around. You know, I try to have friends in my life who bring positivity to my life. There's, like I said, there's enough negativity out there.
It's too much.
It's too much out there.
yeah.
So you gotta surround yourself with people who are going to be like-minded, positive all the time, or at least try to be positive all the time. And that's probably where I get it from. Not every day is easy, you know, for anybody.
Right.
But I think, anyway, I tell even some of the young students out there, you guys surround people who, you know, who you need to be surrounded by.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right,
people
right.
who are like-minded. They have the same goals as you, things of that nature. And that's
Right.
typically what I do,
Right,
even
right.
right now, trying to keep it that positivity.
Right.
Yeah.
So you hear it here first, man.
I try.
It's all about your environment.
That's right.
All right. When you surround yourself with winners, more than likely you're gonna win.
You got it.
Okay. I promise you, man. That's why the guy next to me, man. I'm trying to win.
That's right.
Not with a Georgia hat on, but I'm trying
gonna find
to
you one.
win.
I'm gonna
trying
order
to
one
win,
for you,
man.
bro.
Listen, man. When you love your family members, man,
Now,
you
this
give
is
them
love right
gifts.
here. This is
You
love.
give them gifts.
So I appreciate
you don't
that.
talk down on them. You give them love. All right. So
Yeah.
thank you so
Yeah,
much,
man, no doubt.
for coming by.
Look.
I mean, I really appreciate.
I appreciate you
I
anytime, man.
appreciate
You already
brother.
know, man.
Hey,
You already
listen,
know.
man. Follow this guy. What times can they catch you?
Usually Monday through Friday on
Okay.
WIS. You can catch me at 5, 6, 7, 10, and 11 some nights. Some nights I just do a few shows, but at any point you can catch me on the weekend too if we have bad weather.
Yes.
I'm always on in a sense.
Okay.
But you have our live stream at WISTV.com, or you can download our First Alert app free in your App Store or Google Play. I get paid to say that. So
And the guy stay clean too.
hey, I try my best, man. I try my
Stay
best,
clean.
you know.
Suits be killing it.
Yo,
Suits be killing it,
let me
man.
tell
I'm
you, I have some great folk in my parents,
Okay.
who my mom especially has an eye for all that. I don't.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I'm terrible with it.
Okay.
I'm terrible. I mean,
Okay.
I'm one of those guys that will
too.
find a
Me
T-shirt
too.
and put it in the dryer real fast and be like ready to
There
go.
it is.
That's
There
what,
it is.
I would
Yeah.
do the same
It's like-
thing,
yeah.
right? Going to work, but
Yeah.
now my mom's like, no, she checks me.
Yeah.
My mom checks
You
me all the
got to, though.
time.
You
We
got
gotta
to.
have that,
You know what
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
Your appearance is key.
Yeah, it is.
I'm telling you,
Yeah, it is.
your appearance is key.
Yeah.
So
That's a whole
this-
nother topic where we could talk
That's
about.
a whole nother topic. Okay,
It really
but
is.
your appearance is key because you're watching.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
without you, there's no us.
That's right.
Okay, so thank y'all so much, man, for tuning in. Remember, man, your community is the foundation for the nation. All right.
I love
So
it.
listen, man, we have to take care of each other, man. When you see somebody today, right, please give them a hug. All right, and smile, okay, and tell them that you love them, because we got too much hate going on right now. It's too much hate going on right now. All right. Hey, we're gonna see y'all next time. All right. Put God first. Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all.
Make sure you come by. Yes.
Come by
Okay,
here.
the Gamecock, and make sure that you stop by 7510.
Please do.
Okay, Garners Ferry Road, to get your smoothie from the Groove Smoothie and Juice Bar.
Fire.
Okay. All right. See y'all later, man. Take care.
Right.
Watch the news tonight.
Yo, Kingdom, community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. You say you won't shine, come get your shine on. You say you want vibes, come get your vibe on. Community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. Hey, you say you won't shine, we'll get your shine on. You say you want vibes, we'll get your vibe on.